This is Bushwakkr. It's July 4th, 2008, the first Friday in July. The major focus of my First Friday movement lately has been to try to stop the signing of a resolution between Bush and the President of Iraq that would it actually calls for the United States for providing security for Iraq for generations to come. It would certainly ensure that no matter who is elected in the November election, this resolution would tie their hands and bind our troops to Iraq. It would ensure they would remain in harm's way long after George W. Bush's term in office has expired. It occurred to me that there's really nothing out there offered to counter that resolution that they are now trying to force feed on us. And the only options we appear to have in Iraq is chaotic withdrawal or the perpetuation of this endless war. To that end, I have offered my own resolution. It's called the Bushwakkr Manifesto. It's hot off the presses, and here it is. This resolution rescinds all previous agreements signed by the Presidents of the United States and Iraq. The United States agrees it breached international law when it attacked the country of Iraq in 2003. It will remove all military forces from Iraq within 6 months of adoption of this agreement. It will turn over the responsibility of Iraq's security to the United Nations. It will present to the United Nations a resolution that recognizes the government of Iraq as being a sovereign nation that can appeal to the Security Council for help in defending the country against any nation which might transgress on that sovereignty. The United States acknowledges it asked the UN to join it in imposing economic sanctions against Iraq. The United States recognizes that this policy, along with international cooperation, was successful in preventing Iraq from developing weapons of mass destruction, and that it also left the country defenseless. The United States acknowledges it did not allow adequate time for United Nations inspectors to determine if those economic sanctions were preventing Iraq from developing weapons of mass destruction. In the future, the United States agrees to allow adequate time to see if sanctions are working before it attacks a country. It will never again tell the world to step aside and let it take over a country once that country has been rendered defenseless. So that's it. That's the only way out of this mess. It's what the United States is going to have to do sooner or later. The sooner we do it, the better. Peace.